Hello everyone! So the topic for this week's video is last minute DIY Christmas gifts. Now with Christmas less than 2 weeks away, I made these extra quick and simple for you guys and I hope you enjoy, so here they are. Up first is bath salts. So I'm taking 1 cup of Epsom salt, a third of a cup of sea salt, a fourth of a cup of baking soda, and just combining those all in this beaker. You can of course use a bowl, and I'm just using a rubber spatula to mix those. Next, I'm just taking a bit of water and adding 7 drops of lavender essential oil to that. The reason I'm putting it in water instead of just directly into the dry mix is so that it disperses a little bit better. Lastly, I'm just taking some lavender buds and adding those in. These and the oil are both optional, so if you don't want any scent or extras, you can totally leave these out. For packaging though, I'm just grabbing 3 Ziploc bags and dividing the mixture up between those. Each of these will be 1 serving or 1 bath. But to finish it off, I'm taking some ribbon and string to tie around the middle of the bags with little bows, and then actually cutting off the Ziploc part so it looks less like a sandwich bag. Up next is 5-in-1 fabric, so this can be used as a napkin or placemat, a bandana, a reusable cleaning cloth, a basket cover, or gift wrapping. So I'm just grabbing some cotton material and cutting out a 22 by 22 inch square, using just a regular ruler and pencil to mark those dimensions. Once that is cut out, I'm just grabbing some thread and a needle, threading that needle, and then turning up the edge of one of the sides to do some long basting stitches across that. When I get to the end, I'm just going to rethread my needle and fold up the edge one more time to do some more secure, shorter running stitches. You could also do this with a sewing machine though, and it would be way faster. Once I hemmed all of the sides though, I'm just grabbing my embroidery hoop and attaching that to one of the corners, where I'm going to take some embroidery floss, split it into 2, so I'm just using 3 strands, and then do some super simple back stitches to write out the initials JMC, which are mine because I am most definitely keeping this for myself. I absolutely love this thing and use it all the time. Once all of the letters are complete, I'm just gonna knot it in the back and you're good to go. For packaging, I'm taking my first one, folding it in half 3 times, and then rolling it up before tying a bow around it with the opposite material. And for the second one, I'm folding it in half 4 times, so it's in a little square, which I'm going to take a longer piece of material and tie it around twice with a little knot. Add some flowers and you're done. Up next is scrunchies, so I'm just grabbing this light blue material and cutting out a piece that is 4 inches wide by 20 inches long. After that's done, I'm just cutting off some of the frayed bits, grabbing my sewing machine, folding in half, and sewing along that side. Once it's in a loop, you're going to want to fold in both of the edges and then fold them together so that the raw seam is in the inside. Sewing around the entire thing like this with the exception of about 1 inch so that we can thread the elastic through. My preferred length of elastic is about 8 inches, but if you'd like yours to be a little bit stretchier or tighter, you can change it according to that. I'm just threading it through the opening and knotting it on the other side. All that's left to do is sew close that opening and you're done. I made 2 more of these to go with this one. For packaging, I'm just grabbing a mason jar to put them in, twisting the lid on, grabbing some cardboard, punching a hole in the corner, writing Happy Holidays on it, wrapping some ribbon around the neck, tying a knot, threading the tag on, and finishing it with a bow. Up last are recipe kits, so I'm just grabbing a bunch of fun patterned paper and cutting those out according to the envelope size that I have. If you do not have any envelopes on hand, I show you how to make them in my DIY stationery video, so you can go watch that if you'd like. But once those are all done, I'm separating them into 4 different groups, kind of according to the patterns and colors, because I'm going to have 4 separate envelopes. Now each of these have a theme, so the first one I'm going to do snack recipes, which I'm labeling with stamps using this marker to ink them. The second I'm writing in cursive with the same marker for breakfast. The third I'm using these lettered stickers to spell out dinner. And then the last one I'm just writing lunch with a plain black pen. Then, using each of the paper groups, I'm just writing out my favorite recipes. Please don't judge my handwriting. I think this would be a lot easier if you used note cards because they have lines, whereas this, it's kind of funky to write out. But I just wrote the recipes for each of those categories, putting the papers inside. For packaging, I'm just putting them all together and binding them up with this twine, making a bow in the right-hand corner and cutting the excess off. So those were the DIY gifts. Again, I really hope you guys enjoyed them. The next time you'll see me will be after Christmas, so I hope all of you have an amazing holiday. If you did enjoy the video, I would really appreciate it if you liked it, and if you're interested in future content, please consider subscribing. I shall see you in the next one. Bye!